promise that was never said. I will staff the government not with independent guardians of the public trust, but with loyalists who understand that their first duty is to me. I will elevate former defense lawyers, political allies, media figures, and personal loyalists into positions that require independence, including roles overseeing the Justice Department, the FBI, national security, and intelligence. I will blur the line between personal legal defense and public law enforcement, placing those who once defended me in positions where they can influence investigations, prosecutions, and oversight. I will install leadership at the Pentagon, DHS, the FBI, and the CIA, not for their willingness to challenge power, but for their willingness to align with it. I will create and empower new structures inside the executive branch under the language of efficiency and reform, while granting them access to sensitive government systems, data, and personnel with limited transparency. I will call it reform when I'm really dismantling the safeguards that keep democracy alive. I will call it patriotism when I'm really demanding personal loyalty. I will call it security when I'm really expanding surveillance, fear, and intrusion into your private life. I will place your data, your social security numbers, your addresses, your records, in systems overseen by people chosen for loyalty rather than independence. I will remove, sideline, or pressure career officials, inspectors general, and investigators who are tasked with holding power accountable. I will weaken the guardrails that separate politics from law enforcement and intelligence. I will dismantle diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts while sidelining experienced professionals and replacing them with individuals chosen for loyalty over competence in some of the most sensitive roles in government. I will center grievance as strategy, elevating narratives of persecution while policies quietly erode the rights and protections of others, including a woman's right to make decisions about her own body. I will defund, weaken, or discredit every institution that has the power to educate you, feed you, house you, heal you, protect your vote, or regulate those in power. I will shift the economic burden onto you through policies that raise costs while calling them strength, including tariffs that function as hidden taxes on the goods you need. I will fight to keep those burdens in place, even when they strain families, small businesses, and the broader economy. When the consequences begin to surface, when instability grows and accountability approaches, I will redirect your attention, escalate conflict, and wrap it all in the language of national security. I will ask for more of your money, billions more, and tell you it is necessary, even as the benefits flow upward and the burdens flow down. I will promise transparency when it benefits me, and delay, deflect, or abandon it when it does not. I will reward those who serve my power, punish those who resist it, and reshape institutions until they reflect my interests. I will extend that same culture and unchecked authority into everyday enforcement, where a badge and a gun can be used to override the rights of the very people who fund the system. I will rely on a system where accountability is inconsistent, when abuse can exist without consequence, and where those who violate the law while enforcing it are too often protected instead of prosecuted. I will normalize the idea that power can operate above the law, whether in the highest office or on the street. I will elevate grievances over governance, loyalty over law, and control over competence. I will sell attacks on democratic institutions as restoration. I will sell corruption as common sense. I will sell cruelty as law and order. I have already shown you how little I value truth, accountability, and the public good. And still, I will ask you to trust me with the entire system, not to preserve it, but to reshape it in my image. And once that system no longer checks me, once loyalty replaces law and power replaces principle, breaking it will no longer be necessary because it will already belong to me. If honesty had replaced propaganda, this is the pledge the country would have heard.